So it definitely should be an interesting couple of weeks here. For now, we are live in Seminole County. Now tech giants Facebook and Microsoft say they received thousands of requests to write in cursive just to make sure that they dot their I's and cross their T's. This following the resignation of his chief of staff. The prosecution and the defense were in the courtroom at 8:30. That's because they're arguing over a piece of evidence. Residents here say this is the worst flooding they've seen in years. New technology is allowing students at another school in another classroom to have the same lesson at the same exact time, just like this. Today marks the official start of hurricane season, and forecasters are predicting an above average number of storms. School is out and Southwest Florida and the pools are open. These depositions give us a much clearer picture of the events leading up to Jesse being struck and the crucial moments after. They also answer a number of questions. Mainly, was there a lightning detection device on and operating when the kids got on the field? And after the lightning strike, just how quickly did Jesse receive help as he lay face down and unconscious in the mud?
We have someone not breathing, just struck by lightning.
Everybody stay under the roof!
Our son died needlessly.
October 3rd, 2012. 11-year-old Jesse Watlington was struck by a bolt of lightning on his way to football practice. 4 days later, he was taken off life support and died.
I just want the truth to come out. So my son's the last little boy struck by lightning in the state of Florida.
Wink News has exclusively obtained hundreds of pages of depositions. In those, 3 coaches who were there the day Jesse was struck said the school does in fact have a lightning detector, but athletic director Mark Ackerman says it was not on the field.
I want the truth to come out, and the truth is that it wasn't out there at the time.
Coach Wes Jacobs says the detector was in his hands.
I went and got the lightning detector, was walking back with Coach Burnside, and Coach Ackerman said, "Hey Wes, why do you have that lightning detector?" Before I could even utter my response, a very loud, building-shaking boom hit.
That was a lightning bolt that struck Jesse Watlington. One of the first to arrive by Jesse's side is assistant coach Jason Richardson. Richardson answered a long list of questions from attorney Willie Gary, who represents the Watlington family.
When Jesse was struck on the day in question by lightning, you were one of the first ones to get to him, weren't you? Yes, sir. An adult? Yes, sir. And when you got there, was he face down? Yes. In the mud? He was on the ground face down. Okay. And you didn't know CPR? No. Couldn't you help him? No. Okay, well, you tried to give him some assistance, didn't you? No. I didn't know what was wrong with him. You didn't try to pick him up? No. Turn him over? No. And surely you didn't try to resuscitate him? No. I pulled his head back is all I did.
Jesse's dad says he just doesn't understand.
Even if you're not certified in CPR, try to save a life, at least. Turn him. He says he didn't even turn him over. He left them lay their face down on the field.
Coach Richardson would go on to say that he did call 911 but did nothing more. Watlington attorney Willie Gary, seen at this press conference in Fort Myers, said,
He laid there face down for 7 to 9 minutes with no CPR. What is this?
Now, according to the depositions, 2 coaches who know CPR finally got to Jesse, followed several minutes later by a Fort Myers police officer. Exactly how long Jesse was left face down in the mud before CPR started is unclear. We reached out to senior pastor Richard Powell from McGregor Baptist Church, and he said he had no comment and continues to pray for the Watlington family. Pastor Powell will be deposed in early July. Trust Wink News to bring you the latest developments in this case. Live in the studio, Nicole Hart, Wink News. Now, prosecutor John Guy wasted no time.
Good morning.
Getting the jury's attention.
Punks.
He shocked the court during opening arguments with a string of profanities George Zimmerman used the night he spotted Trayvon Martin.
These they always get away.
Zimmerman's lawyer tried a softer approach, starting with a knock-knock joke.
George Zimmerman, who? All right, good. You're on the jury.
Don West says his client has become a household name since the February 2012 shooting. The defense claims when the neighborhood watchman approached Martin in a gated community, the teenager viciously attacked him. Zimmerman's screams can be heard on this 911 call.
So you think he's yelling help?
Yes.
All right, what is your...
But the prosecution says those screams actually came from Martin.
George Zimmerman did not shoot Trayvon Martin because he had to. He shot him for the worst of all reasons. because he wanted to.
The 28-year-old charged with second-degree murder showed little emotion, but Martin's parents wiped away tears as they listened to the prosecution describe their son's death. Zimmerman's mother and wife also came to court but were forced to leave before the trial started. The judge said the two could potentially be called as witnesses later on. So again, there was plenty of drama going on in the courtroom this morning, and there's one other thing we should point out. This trial is gaining national attention. I don't know if you can see it behind me, but there are plenty of news stations here from all over the United States, and there are a lot of spectators here too, just wanting to catch a glimpse of what exactly is going on here. In fact, this trial is already being compared to the Casey Anthony trial that happened here just last year, so it will definitely be an interesting couple of weeks here. For now, we are in Seminole County. Nicole Hart, Wink News Now. Naples High School freshman Brianna Gill always has her phone in hand, so she's happy about the idea of using it in the classroom.
I think it's a good idea for not saving, we're saving paper, we're saving time, because everyone has a cell phone. We're here, everyone has an iPhone.
Collier County schools will soon roll out the BYOD, Bring Your Own Device program. It allows kids to use their cell phones and iPads for lessons, a big change from current policy that forces students to disconnect before they go into the classroom.
I think it'd be great because it helps you a lot. Like, you can look things up, it gives you a lot of information that you might not know.
I would love that. Substituting with the paper and pencil and everything, I would much rather use my cell phone.
And they can screenshot it, they take their notes right on there.
Superintendent Dr. Camilla Patton says using the technology brings the students' world to the classroom, and it saves money along the way.
And what they'll be able to do that in all the classes and saving a $2,300 expense times any classroom that you buy.
But the kids know they will have texting temptations.
To be honest, yes, but teachers will definitely start cracking down on that.
Most students are not going to just do that. Like, obviously, if you get a text, you're going to answer your text, you're going to go check Facebook or Instagram.
Changing the classroom culture one click at a time. In Collier County, Nicole Hart, Wink News Now.